Okay, hey guys, I'm back and I'm doing my first vlog. Well, I guess I wouldn't say this is my first vlog because I've made several videos where I've just talked to you guys about my weight loss journey and things like that. But this is gonna be my first vlog on my personal life because I haven't really let you guys in on my home life, what it's like to take care of twins plus a 4 year old, what it's like to be married, what it's like to be a stay home mom, what it's like to be me, Alexis. And some people are curious. I mean, all the time people ask me, oh my gosh, is it hard with twins? Or oh my gosh, how do you do it? Or oh my gosh, is it hard? Is the most question I get. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna make it a series. I'm gonna do what, because I feel like I need a video on each subject. So I'm gonna do a video on my marriage. I'm gonna do a video on being a stay-at-home mom. I'm gonna do a video on taking care of my kids, what it's like to be a mom of a 4 year old and twins. So, with that mouthful being said, I am actually gonna start with my marriage because that's probably the quickest thing I can get through on, because I like to try to keep my videos under 12 to 13 minutes if possible. So, what it's like to be married at 22. My husband is 23. He's about to be 24 in February. Our story is we met in 8th grade. Yes, big shocker, right? Because who gets married to their high school sweetheart? And we have been married now for 5 years. Yes, 5 years. And it's who even stays married that long nowadays when you're, this young, and when you married your high school sweetheart? It's just rare. And trust me, it hasn't been all peaches and creams, and it hasn't been a fairy tale and things like that. I mean, we've gone through a lot. I am a lot to put up with, seriously. I give you props for that. And I know you're watching this video, babe, because I make you watch my videos all the time. So I'm going to keep it honest with this video. Don't get mad at me. I love you. So, okay. We met in 8th grade, and he didn't even like me at first, and I was not a cute kid in middle school. Seriously, I didn't know how to do my hair. I didn't know how to do my makeup, and I got teased a lot. Boys didn't really like me. I wasn't the first pick. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I remember walking into homeroom and seeing him, and it's as soon as I saw him, my heart dropped into my stomach, and I don't know. I know it's so weird to say love at first sight, because that's so creepy to say nowadays. It's not even a romantic thing to say anymore. So I don't know though. I felt like it was love at first sight, honestly. So yeah, that's how I felt. But he was so not even interested in me, of course, which is what I expected. But we actually did date. I remember we used to pass notes back and forth to each other, because I mean, come on. Most of the time when, I don't know, I was the only kid in middle school that didn't even have a cell phone. My parents were strict. So we would pass notes back and forth, and I remember when I would go home, I would write the note and I would rewrite it 4 to 5 times, and I would always find something different to say, something different to add, change this sentence, change that sentence, add this little heart or this little picture, take away this. It had to be perfect. And then I would be laying there writing these notes, listening to this love music, just thinking about our future. And yeah, I was 13. But anyways, I don't know, it's just everybody has that one person, their first love, that was just so real. But anyways, we dated for a week. Our first date, we went to go watch the teenage was it? Yeah, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the first one that came out, not this recent one with Megan Fox. And his cousin was with us, and I think she was with her date, and of course his mom was there. And yeah, that was our first date, and he's Hispanic. So I remember I gave him a note and I put to Novio, and it took me forever to learn that, seriously, because I'm black. Some people have asked me what my race is. I'm black and white. My dad's from Louisiana, he's Cajun, my mom is white. So, but a lot of people think I look Hispanic. So he was like, "Do you even know what that means?" And I was like, "It means boyfriend." And I was blushing so hard, and he took my hand. I think he said, "So I guess I'm your you're my novia. And we were holding hands, and that was like the determining, like, we're now boyfriend and girlfriend. So a week goes by and he decides to dump me. And my whole world was crushed. I went home crying, and of course I didn't cry in front of him though. I went home crying, and my dad's like, what's wrong? What's going on? What's wrong? And of course I can't tell him I'm crying because my first boyfriend just broke up with me, because I'm not even allowed to talk to boys. I'm not allowed to have a cell phone. So I'm just like, nothing, you know. He's probably thinking, who knows, that kids are picking on me or whatever the case may have been. But yeah, I was crying forever, and so I decided to try to make him jealous. So I dated some random boy. I think his name was Manuel or whatever, and to my surprise, he did get jealous. And I remember we were talking on the phone one night, and he was like, I love you. I love you. I want to be with you or whatever. And I know this is so crazy because we're like 13 and 14 years old, but this is our story, okay? So I don't want no negative comments. But anyways, and I told him I loved him too, because that's how I felt. It was puppy love, you know? So from that moment on, we dated on and off throughout high school. He was my first time, my first real kiss, my first everything, seriously. And so that's that. And okay, I'm just being real here. I had my first, I hate to say this seriously, because I hope my dad's not watching my stepmom or anyone like that, but I'm being honest. I'm grown now. My first time was in 9th grade with him, and it was amazing. A lot of people say their first time sucks. They wish they didn't have it. They wish they would. I do wish I would have waited till I was older though with him. It didn't suck though, because we were in love. We had that puppy love, and I don't know. It was perfect. It was. I remember asking him if he was nervous, and he was like, yeah, are you? And I was like, yeah. He goes, feel my heart. And he put my hand on his heart, and I was like this, and his heart was beating fast. I mean, I don't know, we were just kids, young, in love, you know. And he moved around a lot, because his dad was a construction worker, and he moved around a lot. So after our first time, he broke up with me a couple of weeks later. And my whole world just went crashing down, because I didn't even know how to deal with that kind of pain. Like, it felt like someone literally just ripped a piece of me out. Like, I was so dramatic about it. Like, I cried and cried and cried for months and months at night. I would hold a picture. I had a picture of me and him in this frame, a few pictures of us, and I would literally hold that picture with candles lit all in my room, like, so dramatic, crying and crying and crying, because I was just so madly crazy in love with this guy. I guess the first guy that ever really even showed me attention. And I changed after that. I started, you know, partying a lot. That's when I met my best friend Alyssa. If you're watching this, love you, girl. But I wouldn't say she changed me. I changed on the inside from the heartbreak. So that's when I met her in 9th grade, and then we started partying, and I started just drowning my sorrows away with boys and partying, and soon I just buried those feelings, and it was like, F him, I don't care about him. And my mom would always be like, how's Sammy? Have you talked to him? And I'd be like, F him, I don't love him, I don't care about him, I'll never get back with him again. I don't know what I was thinking. Just a bunch of BS. And then I remember a few times throughout the years, in like 10th grade and then again in 11th grade, like 1 or 2 times, we met up randomly, and of course do what any person would do with somebody that they used to love and have feelings with. Of course, we would hook up, and then we wouldn't go weeks without talking to each other again. So in my 11th grade year, I got really, really sick. I got diagnosed with colitis, and that's the thing with your intestines where they flame up. And I was like in the hospital for almost 2 weeks. I couldn't hold anything down. I lost like 30 pounds in the hospital. My mom didn't even know if I was gonna survive or live, and she called his mom and told her that I was in the hospital sick, and he came to my side and he prayed over me the whole time I was in the hospital. And he worked in San Antonio and I was in Austin, and he would get off work, come straight to the hospital to be with me. And I was like drugged up on leukemia therapy doses of morphine because I couldn't hold anything down. Anytime I was awake, I was constantly throwing up, and that's the only thing they knew what to do at the moment, was to keep me drugged up and like asleep. So the times that I was sane, and I do remember it, I just remember him there with the Bible praying over me. And, you know, he was really into God then. And we got back together then. And then shortly after, I found, you know, I said, I'm going to change my life for the Lord. I'm, you know, this is amazing. God saved me, which he did. And I don't know what religion preferences my subscribers are. I don't know if I'm going to lose subscribers because of this or gain subscribers because of this, but honestly, I don't care. I love Jesus Christ. I love God. He's my savior, and he loves all of you too, even if you believe or not. But me being 17, I wanted to change, but I wasn't ready to give up the partying and the worldly things that I was in. So anyways, we got back together, and of course I backslid out of the Christian lifestyle because I really truly wasn't ready for that. And that's when I found out I was pregnant with my first son. And me and my mom were having a lot of problems, arguing a lot and stuff like that. So I ended up moving in with him at 17, and with his mom, because I didn't want to like overstress. I was scared to have a miscarriage, like, you know, and because me and my mom would argue a lot at that time. So I moved in with him, and we got married on my 18th birthday. The day I turned 18, we got married, and then, which was June 8th, and then I had my son June 30th. I was so pregnant, and we got married at the Justice of the Peace. But a minister actually married us because there was one available, and we actually got married in like a little chapel and stuff. So it was cute. It was nice. And so here we are, an 18 and 19-year-old getting married, not really knowing what we're getting ourselves into with a marriage. Like, a lot of people get married and they think it's going to be easy. They think it's going to be like nothing's going to change. But everything changes. And I'm being honest. I'm just giving you guys the dirty truth. Everything changes. Your whole social life changes. You have a whole other person you need to think about. Their thoughts, their feelings, their emotions. You know, you have to take everything into consideration. If they don't want you doing something, 9 times out of 10, you cannot do it. Or you're going to start an argument that's for no reason. And, you know, and there is sometimes a lot of arguing in marriages. You're not going to just always be happy and fruity all the time. Like, me and my husband separated one time throughout this marriage, and it was for like almost a year. But we got back together because we're in love with each other. We can't live without each other. It's life. There is no life without each other. We've known each other since 13 or 14 years old. That's pretty. I'm 23. I'm 22. He's 23. That's pretty much almost half of our lives we've known each other. So it's like, we just got back together, and we separated because we weren't ready at that time. We weren't ready for marriage and everything it has to bring. Being married is a job. It is a job, and you don't get paid for it. Yeah, you get paid in love, but it's a really hard job next to being a mother, which is a whole other videos that I'm going to get into. But, I mean, if you are a selfish person and you like doing you don't like anybody telling you what to do, things like that, marriage might not be for you right now. And that is so serious and so real. If you like partying, going to the clubs and doing you and all that, but you want to have a relationship, you're not ready for marriage. You're not. Because you cannot be a selfish person and be married to someone. That is not how it works at all. Being married is a team. It's a team work. Seriously, it is. That's really what I have to say on it. And it's hard a lot of times because me and Sammy are two totally different people. I still like to get out and socialize, get out of the house and be seen and do this and that. He's a homebody. He likes to stay home. He could care less about having friends and a social life. So that's one thing we clash on a lot, and we have a lot of differences, but at the end of the day, he is my best friend. And I have a solid partner in life. He doesn't beat me, he doesn't cheat on me, he doesn't call me out of my name. He's a good man. And if you can find a good man in your life, okay, keep him. You know what I'm saying? If you can find a good woman in your life, keep her. Nowadays there's a lot of men and women out there that there's a lot of men out there that don't know how to take care of their kids, don't know how to respect a woman, don't know how to, the list goes on, ladies. You know what I'm talking about. And for the guys, there's a lot of women out there that don't know how to clean a house, don't know how to cook, don't know how to take care of her kids. I do clean, but my bed's dirty right now, like messy, but I clean. I do. I don't like keep my house spotless every single day. I have 3 kids, but I do pick up my house every day, and I deep clean like once a week. I cook almost, I wouldn't say every day now because we're meal planning and eating healthy. You guys know how that is. But when it's time for me to cook, I gets down. I cook. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if you find somebody that has those qualities, keep them. But if you're not ready to give up some of the things in your life that you love, you're not ready to be married. Because just like he has sacrificed a lot for this marriage, I've sacrificed a lot. I've moved away from my friends. I live in Manville, Texas. Manville, freaking Texas. Like, what's here? Nothing. All my friends, all my family are in Austin. I moved away from them to come out here with him. I have no friends out here. I have no life out here. His mom is my almost like pretty much my only friend, and she lives like an hour away. So yeah, that's pretty much what it is. So I mean, that's pretty much all I have to say on the marriage part. I gave you guys our story, and now we are happier than ever. We're back into the church, and you know, that's another good video I'm gonna do soon, a whole topic just on my religion, my testimony, my story, where I've came from and where I'm trying to go as far spiritually. God has so many blessings for you in your life that you don't even know what you're capable of receiving. And when we put God in this, another tip, put God in the center of your marriage. Find a good church that you feel the love and you can go to, and make God the center of your marriage, because that's how it's one of the only ways it's going to work. There's so many marriages that fall apart, and that's one of the reasons why. When you find God, you're finding also something really special. And now, I mean, we're doing great. I mean, I couldn't ask for anything better. I mean, we still have our petty arguments almost every day, but at the end of the day, we make it up to each other, and it's great. There's nothing else I could ask for in a man. So I hope you guys can insight a little more on me and my personal life, and you know, that subject goes. In the next video I make, I will be talking about these little guys right here. This is my oldest, Jaden. He's 4. These are the twins. They're fraternal. This is Zach. He was born second. This is Adam. He was born 2 minutes first. So that's my little guys, my little family. And I am so done having kids, girls. Or guys, if you're watching this, I am so done. Like, if I can get my tubes tied, I would. I would like a girl, I would, but no. I'm ready to focus on me, my life, well, I can't focus on me because I have kids, but I'm ready to focus on my career. I'm ready for them to get older so I can do more stuff. I don't want any more kids. Like, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like this video if you did. Share your comments below what you think about my love story. And if you have one, I would like to hear about it. And I don't know. Thank you guys for watching as always.